If I'm demanding for a man to be on a certain level, it's not because I'm so deluded that I'm down here and I'm not going to be able to reach a man at that level. That's the thing. I work very hard on myself to ensure that I am going to be the person that can have that sort of man. And I continue to work on it now. That is also one of the reasons why I've decided to actually work on my intellect as well, so that I can demand for a man that is also intellectually superior. It's okay.
You said you're a millionaire, right? Do you? Yeah, right.
Well, the world knows now.
Yeah. I thought you said that earlier.
I text you that.
No, you said that earlier when you said I made $1 million.
In a month.
I've made millions.
Okay, but it's like
I have a spending problem.
How high is intellect on like the list of things you look for?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. No, I want someone who is going to be cooperative, who is going to understand what I am doing with my life, and then who is going to want to march with me on my life path. Not who's going to sit there back, well, why are we going this way? Like, well, why don't we put on these shoes? Or why are you driving in this gear? Or why are we taking this? Like, I don't want to hear that. The best girl I ever dated in my entire life was a girl that just blindly supported me, to the point that I was like, damn, like I kind of feel guilty that this girl is supporting me to the extent that she is. But even her, she saw something in me that I didn't see, and because of me dating this girl, I was able to make the millions of dollars that I've generated with my business and the Masculine Empowerment Network, and to have this gigantic influence on the entire world. Because the thing is this too, right? When I broke up with her, because I foolishly broke up with her because it was a stupid decision, right? When I broke up with her, and because I thought I could just go find a hotter version of her in just like another girl, and I started dating this other girl, and this girl is just like always arguing, always had some shit to say, and always stressing me out. And yeah, as a man, as an entrepreneur, as a guy who's a high performing individual, as a human, you have a limited amount of mental RAM, right? You have a limited amount of mental space that you can give to your daily task, and when a portion of that daily mental space is dealing with argumentative women, argumentative spouse, let alone argumentative partner, you're not able to function at your highest ability, because you could be using that space towards getting your life purpose done, getting your money right, getting your muscles right, money, muscles, game frame, whatever talking about, whatever you want to put it towards. But it's always a sunk cost to be taking a portion of your mental willpower and dealing with argumentative people, argumentative staff, that's why people get fired. Because the corporation is like, listen, this motherfucker's not doing what I need to do. You're out of here. You're fired. I'm going to find somebody who's going to do what he can do, because we have got to get the show. We got to keep the ball rolling. We got to get this show on the road and keep this thing moving forward. And that's the same thing with relationships. So for me, like a woman's intellect, I don't really care. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a girl that is thin, that is pleasant, that wants to help me, and that wants to help nurture the situation that I'm in, who wants to give me a massage, who doesn't mind cooking me something. I come home, I work all day. She's like, hey, listen, the house is clean. It smells good. There's food here. Your clothes are there. And when you're done, I'm going to massage your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's what a guy like me is looking for.
Yeah, and that's you. Now, they've been at the situation. What was the name of the guy in the suit? What was the name of the guy in the suit?
Dinava.
That was there last time.
Wait.
Go on.
Dinava, most men feel the same way.
Yeah.
No, because when you say it's guys like you, that's how most men want the same thing.
If I wanted most men, I would have not been sitting here telling you that I'm looking for somebody that is intellectually superior. Somebody like Justin Wallace sat there and he said, actually, as a woman, also make sure that you're well read in things like politics and things like this, so that you can even be able to sustain a conversation with your man.
Justin Waller did not say you got to be up to date on politics to sustain a conversation.
Don't worry, I'll cut the clip. Not only that,
Justin Waller's my friend. I'll call him right now.
Call him and find out. And then not only that, let me tell you something.
Did he say
for somebody
that?
to be
able,
hold on.
He said he wanted women that were based. That is different. That
based is okay.
Saying I don't want a feminist isn't the same.
Yeah.
Based is okay.
That's fine. So
I know Justin. Justin's not there like, listen, she's not up to date with these policies on this immigration reform.
Guys may differ a little bit. Like Justin was like, I don't care if my girl cooks, I'll get Uber Eats. Like he doesn't doesn't care about. Like some guys differ slightly, but the whole point is non-argumentative and supportive is a must.
Intellect and argumentative, they're not synonymous. Number one, they're not. The only reason why you ever even see me in this light, and even when me and you spoke, and he already knows as well, I can sit here and argue and debate because I've got a mind that can actually pick out the points that don't make sense. But it doesn't mean that I'm argumentative all the time. This is just for the context of the situation. But I'll tell you something. I do not want to be with somebody that wants a stupid woman, because you're more likely to be a stupid man. Because you don't realize that actually in the world, if you're going to be cooperating and be in a partnership, you best both of you be on a good level, so both of you have a good value to be able to survive. Any man that just thinks that he needs a woman to have kids with and for her to just be there to just coast with him, that's a problem. That's silly. That's why I say
not a
I'm
problem.
an evolved woman that wants an evolved man. Maybe we're just different types of people.
Listen, they evolved into what? This modern mess that women have become?
Well, no, not evolved into a modern mess that women have become. Those are the women that this red pill situation talks about. I'm talking about an evolved woman that can actually stand by her man's side and help him do anything. A woman that can actually be able to pick up a new skill to support her man. A woman that can actually say, do you know what, babe, if things are not okay, go out there and hustle. I got us on this side, and that is not a stupid woman.
That's exactly what I just described.
Well, then you've rejected the fact that I said I want somebody that is intellectual because I'm smart too. That's what I mean. But people hear the word intellect coming out of a woman's mouth and they think that's a bad thing, and it's not.
No. I did not say that I want some dumb retard following me around. But I think you're overvaluing what you perceive to be intellect above other things. Because listen, if your theory was so good, you wouldn't be single right now.
No, that's not why.
Okay, why?
I am not in a relationship because my relationship was toxic. I was getting hurt by somebody that was hurt.
Why do you attract
the same thing?
Wait. So it's because it was toxic. Why do you attract toxic men?
I attracted one.
Okay, but you stayed with him for 5 years.
Probably because of daddy issues, potentially.
Okay.
Because my dad was somebody that was very strong and powerful.
Because your dad was powerful?
Very strong and powerful. And with that, me having that as a idealization of a man, I went for somebody that looked like that.
Them?
What am I doing to solve what?
Yeah. Your daddy issues.
I've already done it. I analyzed everything. I've already studied myself.
You went to like a therapist?
Not for very long. I just sit down. I speak to a lot of my guy friends. I've got big brothers that speak to me, and they tell me exactly the things that should and shouldn't be done. Being a dumb woman is not a good thing.
No one here said you should be dumb.
I'm not saying that anybody says that.
We just made fun of women for being dumb.
And not only that,
it's not funny. Why are you laughing?
I laugh at dumb people.
No, look at there. I'm smart. I get good at everything I do. I was probably top 1-2% in volleyball in the entire of all the people that start. I was really, really good. I'm the top, I don't know, 1,000 podcasts in the United States.
Killing it on the podcast game.
I have one of the biggest podcasts in the world. I get good at everything I do. I sing, I do music. I'm a smart, and I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but it's like I am smart.
Toot it, you're killing it.
Guys don't really care that much. It's a bonus, sure. Some guys find it nice, but it's not a selling point.
Well, not for you, and not for some other people, but for the men that I'm encountering, it's a great conversation for us to have. It's a great moment where I actually realize fully well why it is important for a woman to be at least the degree educated for a man that is doing very well in life.
As your friend, you should get therapy, though. Like, you should.
Maybe you should get therapy as well, because you said that acting like you're some superior sort of woman. These times you're really not.
I say, as I've said, I am not superior. I'm not better. The reason I'm saying
for the fact that you think you should go get therapy is a problem.
Listen, I think that because of what you said. You said you pick toxic men because of your.
I attracted one.
DeNalvo, wait, can you wait till I finish?
Go on.
You said you pick toxic men because of your daddy. Okay, you stayed with a toxic guy for 5 years because of daddy issues, right? Okay, you said the way you fixed that was talking to your male friends.
I went to therapy for a bit,
yes. And you went to therapy for a little bit. I think that you should go to therapy to solve it to a male therapist. It's just based off of what you said.
Okay.
I'm not saying this to attack you personally. I'm not saying I'm better. Don't get triggered. I'm saying this based on the information you gave me.
Okay. And now I'll explain something to you, my sister.
Here's why
okay?
you're wrong, Pearl.
No, it's not why she's wrong. It's just so that she can understand the person that she's speaking to. Because a lot of the time, we sit in these situations and we take people for face value. And a lot of the time...
No, I listened to what you said.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
What you say.
Well, it's still on the surface. Because it's the same way that people see me on this camera and they assume that I'm the biggest bitch. And these times I'm actually really nice and very friendly and very smiley. Do you see what I mean? So people shouldn't take things for face value. Let me tell you something. As the person that I am and as the person that is as inquisitive as I am, I want to learn why I got myself into that situation, why it happened. And actually, I've done a lot of things and I've put a lot of systems around me to make sure that I'm also not only protected, but also I'm educating myself every single day and growing as a woman. Hold on.
Based on, no, it's not your
Go
show.
on.
Denalva, based on what you said, you seem scared.
I'm not scared.
Wait. Okay, Jesus. You're saying that you want separate houses.
Mm-hmm.
This is not someone that's going into a relationship in good faith. If I were you, I would go see a male therapist. That's it. You can say I'm wrong. You don't have to go. That's just my 2 cents. You don't have to. I don't need a monologue.
So
that's okay.
I want to ask you this, Denelva. So then, given your perspective on things, like what you said you're 31 at this current age?
30.
30. Okay, he's gonna be 31 this year or next year?
This year.
When's your birthday?
December.
You Sagittarius?
Yes, sir.
Me too.
When's your birthday?
The 2nd.
7th.
Really? I beat you. Mine was first. But listen, let me run this past me. You're 30, right? Clearly intelligent woman. You know, you have a backbone, very strong backbone. What is your mating strategy moving forward?
What do you mean? How do I find a man?
How are you going to acquire? I mean, what do you want first? Do you want children? Do you want family?
Ideally, I'd like to have 2 children.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Max.
Okay, so you want to have 2 children max.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you plan to acquire a man with your given skill set?
I don't plan on acquiring a man. So I think people make a mistake of looking for something when that something will come. I'm very much aware of the fact that I'm building myself up to be somebody that will attract a type of person. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So whether I'm intelligent, whether I'm rich or poor, whether I'm sitting on these cameras, whatever it is, none of this is my real life. None of this is who I am. This is not even a fraction of the entire person that I am. So I don't need to look realistically. It's not a joke when I tell you that I'm single by choice. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of men around me that I believe are fantastic men that really are interested in being with a woman like me. But I am not interested, especially not at this point where I believe that I need to take my time to be able to settle myself before I go into a relationship. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. And then not only that, through this period and through being in that relationship and through understanding things with much more clarity, I fully understand the fact that as human beings, forget about man and woman, as human beings, we're actually much more complex than people realize. And a lot of the time, we're forcing ourselves to be in situations that are just not conducive for our own individual mental well-being.
So what if like an attractive, like successful man were to say, "Hey, I'm interested in you," what would you do?
Okay, like let's talk.
But at the same time, you said you're not looking for it. So I'm confused because you said on one hand, I want to get married, I want to have 2 children, but at the same time, you're like, but I'm not going to look for it. So how are you going to find something that you're not looking for? Because
I don't need to look for it. That's the thing. I believe in fate. Whatever will be, will be. I don't need to try and control this situation because the more you control and the more you try, usually is the more you end up in the wrong situation because something that looks like it's amazing may just not be. So I don't look.
So on that one, I definitely disagree because I have never seen somebody in my 37 years of being alive who has put their entire effort into trying to get something, literally all their effort, day in and day out, and not get it.
Well, I think that you'll find a lot of the time, especially when it comes to girls, and they fall under the pressure of like, oh, I need to find somebody. They end up finding the wrong person because the desperation or the pressure makes you make the wrong decision. So for me, I would much rather work on being a healthier and happier human being so that when the time does come, I'm more than ready.
Do you have any evidence? But I see what you're saying. Like they're saying if they look for a man, they look for a relationship, they're too desperate and they end up getting in a bad situation, right? But have you seen that happen?
Yes.
Okay, so have you also seen a woman who says, I'm not going to be a hoe. I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to go find a good man and get married and have family and have relationships. Have you seen that too?
Yeah.
I think it depends on luck as well. Like
Luck is definitely part of it, for sure.
Because